In this video, I'm gonna solve problem number 3, where I have to reverse the stack and put the reversed value back in the same value. So I have some exceptions here. I could use one temporary stack and temporary variable. So, the question, if we expand it, let's say we have A, B, C, D, E, F. So our ultimate goal is to see it has to be A, B, C, D, E, F. So B, C, D, E. I got the extra one. So this has to be the output should be looking something like this. So to solve this problem, I have a few conditions. I could use a temporary variable, temp variable, and the temp stack. So I'm assuming I already have a stack in this problem because it's gonna be a bit lengthy otherwise. So what I'm thinking to do is, if we see from this example, let's say I'm taking temporary variable var equal to, so I'll be holding the first element, so stack dot pop. So now the rest of the element should go to the temporary stack. So while going, it will be in the reverse order, so F comes first. So since I already have first variable here, I think I will just give all the examples here. So E, A, B, C, D, E, F. So in the first operation, so what I basically wanted to do is I will be holding a first variable, and the rest must go to the temporary stack. So after I move the rest of the stack to temporary variable, temporary stack, the variable, the temp variable, temp underscore var. So this will be going to our original stack. So after going this, it looks like A. And then the rest will be after we will be joining in the later loops. So now we moved, we got the first element in the stack, and then we moved the rest of the elements to the temporary stack. So after we move this temporary variable to the initial stack, we'll move back the stack to the original stack. So this will be looking like it starts from B, C, D, E, F. And then I do the same steps again. So again, in this case, now I'll be holding temporary variable as a B, and the rest stack from here, it goes to the stack, the temporary stack. Since I'm already holding this B as a second step, it will be moving to my original stack. So each time I do these stack operations, I have to increment the n-1 operations, because first time we use the n-1 here, and then second time n-2. So next time we just do n-3 operations, so something like that. So it will be after we complete these loops, it's going to be looking like this one. So in this case, I'm thinking to use 2 for loops. So it's gonna be big of n square. Since we already have extra stack, it's gonna be big of n time. So it's like a bit of complex in both time wise and space wise. So coming to the code, like I said, I'll be using a for loop first. Yeah, So let's say define a variable. I'll just write a so the function name is like rev underscore stack. So it's gonna take the stack as an input and also a temp stack. So after this we will be looping through the for loop, and then we get the temporary variable to hold the first element information. So for that I'll be using for I in range. So this should be 0 to length of s minus 1 operations. So once we have this for loop ready, so we have to hold, we have to grab the first item. So for that I'll be using the same variable as here. So temp var equal to I'm assuming like s equal to stack here. So I'm assuming already we have a stack in place. So I'm gonna directly use this stack methods directly. So this is gonna be s dot pop. So this will be holding the first element information, right? So now we have to move the length minus 1 items to the temporary stack in the first pass. So this is all of like a stack. So we already have a temp variable, so we have to move minus 1 operations. Okay, perfect. So I'll be using another for loop. So in this for loop I will be starting from I, not from the 0. So here for j in range 0, I minus 1 till length of s minus 1. So now we have to push this temporary variable into our original stack. I mean, now we have to push the rest of the elements to the temporary stack. So the temporary stack we can take, we already have this one here. So temp, so this one should be, we have to like pop all these elements. So I'm gonna use yes dot pop. So you don't need semicolons here. So now I have all these variables. Now I have to push this temporary variable to our stack. Yes. So my for loop is done here. So this is first for loop. This is inner for loop. So once I have these two for loops, I'm gonna push this temporary variable to my original stack here. So I'm gonna do s dot so push the temp variable, right? So this is where we're pushing the temporary variable to our original stack. So after pushing, it's gonna be at the last place. Yeah, so this will be the last. So our A is gonna be at the last place. So this is like the first iteration. So now what we're gonna do is, so we get the, so we have to make sure the temperature stack is, we have to do the same operations until is greater than 0. So for that, what I'm gonna do is, So after pushing it, I'm gonna do while. So this is where we're using this. We have to do the rest of operations here. So here I'm gonna do temp s is greater than 0. Now we have to do the push operations. We have to do popping here. So at the end we can just return our main original stack. So what it basically doing is we are initializing the stack. So we are having a for loop. It starts from the first element till the last. For the first for loop, it's going to hold the first variable. So in this case, a. So the rest of the stack is going to the temporary stack where we're right here. So this is like our input parameter right here in the original function. So we're popping all the elements from here to here, and then once we pop all the elements into the temporary stack, we are pushing the temporary variable back to the original stack. So after pushing it, we have to make sure we are repeating this process until it gets done, our original stack gets filled. So for that I'm using a while loop here. Like I said, the time we are using 2 for loops. So each for loop has to go through so this one has to go through n-1 operations, and this one has to go through the like rest of the operations from the I. So the time complexity is going to be big of n square in worst case, and the space complexity we are using extra stack, so it has to be big of n, I believe. So this is like my solution for this answer. Thank you.